What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/Choosingbeggars. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe as it would really help me out and allow me to continue to make these videos for you guys. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. You call this a gift? Once upon a time, I worked for a fast food chain in my city. Which one exactly isn't important to the story, sorry. Let's begin by setting the scene. So, at this place, I had a manager who was kind of on the large side. Not to be mean, but her thighs were shaped in a way that defied the laws of gravity. Seriously, each thigh was about the same width of a standard 15-gallon fish tank, but looked like someone somehow managed to pinch each of them and lift, creating a sort of angled shelf in the process. They were indeed a very weird and truly gravity-defying shape. We'll just call her Crystal because it was the first name that popped into my head. I also had several other coworkers and managers that worked with me, none of them particularly important though. Anyway, one year at an employee meeting, it was decided that we would be holding a Secret Santa event instead of a big Christmas party that year. Real quick, for those that don't know, Secret Santa is a gift exchange where everyone picks a name at random from a hat, bowl, or box, and has to get that person a small, anonymous gift within a decided budget. I wasn't the most excited about the idea and asked to speak to our boss afterwards. You see, instead of having to buy one person a gift, I felt more comfortable just doing something special for everybody and asked for permission to do that instead. Permission was given and my name was removed from the list. Great. So I set out to buy everything that I needed for my little project. It was a lot of shopping. Several days before Christmas, I sat down and got to work decorating and customizing a box for everyone, complete with their names on it. I even made a few extras without names for past employees that might stop by to say hi because I didn't want them to leave empty-handed after going out of their way. I'm thoughtful like that. After a few days, the boxes were done, and I could move on to the main beast of my gift project, the Great Christmas Baking. You see, my idea was to make 6 different types of gourmet cupcakes for everyone. We had about 22 total employees, but I was making enough for 35 people just in case. I'm sure anyone that has ever baked anything can do the math to figure out just how long that took. If you can't, well, it was about 2 days worth of work and I didn't get sleep the night before while I put the finishing touches on each little masterpiece. Seriously, I poured my heart and soul into those cupcakes. By the next morning, I carefully packaged everything up into each specially made box, then extremely carefully loaded all of them into the car to be transported. I seriously freaked out about every little bump and turn in the road despite living only 5 minutes away. I was a sweating, nervous wreck by the time I got to work. Several hours before my shift, mind you. I got out and carefully brought everything into the shop, guarding my haul like a fearsome dragon guarding gold. No customers were going to steal anything from me. Once everything was safely inside, I began setting up a grand display on a spare table near the entrance to the employee area. I began with a huge Christmas tree poster I made a few days prior and hung it up with the help of a few very excited coworkers. Then I stacked a few empty boxes on the table to create a sort of stair shelf effect. That all got covered with a gigantic Christmassy cloth I managed to snag the last of. A little bit of tucking to make sure it stayed and to create clean edges, and it was good to go. I completed the look by very proudly stacking the personalized boxes on each level in alphabetic order so that everyone could easily find theirs without disturbing others. The unnamed extras were stacked into their own small pile to the side of the tree. It was quite a sight to behold, and I was proud, shaking with nerves and lack of sleep, but definitely proud of myself. My boss was so impressed that she forbid anyone from taking anything off of it until she got a few pictures, lol. She then gave me a free jumbo cup of coffee because I looked like death. A few hours later, I was getting on with my shift when Crystal came in. Dun dun dun. Spirits are high as everyone is stopping by to collect their boxes. I'm getting a lot of compliments and much thanks, especially from the ex-workers because I thought of them when I didn't need to. I was delighted that everyone else was delighted. It was a really good experience. That feeling wasn't to last once Crystal spotted the pile of boxes though. "What's this?" she asks. Someone, don't remember who, fills her in as I'm trying to complete orders during a rush. She responds with a very loud, "That's it? That's all I'm getting?" Dead silence. Everyone and everything just stops for a moment as attention is turned onto her. My heart just froze and I felt my stomach drop. Was my gift not good enough? Did I mess something up? Was she on a diet that I didn't know about and therefore finding my gift insulting? What did I do wrong? I didn't have time to try and figure any of that out though, as she turned her attention towards me. Crystal: I was expecting a gift, not some cheap cakes that I can get anywhere or just make myself. I was too shocked to immediately speak, so one of my other managers did so, though uncomfortably. She made them all specially, they're not from a box, she made them all from scratch. Finally finding my voice, I said, yeah, those aren't flavors that you're going to find anywhere right now, at least not outside of a specialty shop. I tried to make each unique, it took me days, hours. She cuts me off with, I don't care, you promised me a gift and I expected something nice. I can't believe you didn't get me anything. Then she huffed, put her hand on her oversized hip, and turned away in a gesture of hurt disgust. Again silence, then someone else from the back spoke up. She made gifts for all of us. At this point, I gesture towards the pile and point out her name on her box. I made you your own, it's right there. I can see that, but it's not really a gift. Our boss responds with, hey, if you don't want them, I'll take them for you. That stuff is good, and if you can't appreciate it, I'll gladly eat your share. Suddenly, everyone starts chiming in, trying to lay claim to which of Crystal's cupcakes they want if she's not going to take them. This ticks Crystal off, and as quickly as she can waddle, makes her way over to the table to grab her box. She then proceeds to shove her hand inside and take a big bite of a random cupcake before dropping it carelessly back in. This promptly ends everyone's cupcake debate. Crystal speaking through a full mouth and dropping mouth crumbs everywhere. Whatever, I just can't believe that you are so selfish. I have never had a Christmas where someone didn't care enough to buy me a gift, never. She turns to leave, still huffing in disappointment and babbling more complaints about how she was wronged under her breath as she made her way out. All of us just watched in disgust, and yes, she made her way out with the box shoved, more like squished, under her arm. None of us could really process what happened. The whole scene was over in less time than it took for a freshly dropped batch of fries to cook. In fact, it was the timer going off for them that brought us back into the moment and reminded all of us where we were and that we had a job to do. Luckily, the customers that witnessed the whole ordeal weren't mad about having to wait an extra few minutes to get their orders out. I was a little shaken up, but really more baffled at the sheer ungrateful gall of that witch. Regardless, I made it through the short day and got to see every last box disappear as Ending Crew happily got to take home extras. I never found out if our boss spoke to Crystal about her behavior, but all of us made sure to exclude her from any and every holiday or other celebrations since. Oh, Crystal. Oh my goodness, you call this a gift? This is unacceptable. I want something way better than this. What I get for offering free work. So I recently started my own business doing corporate videography, and while I work on building up my client base, I've reached out to some friends and family and offered some free work as long as I could use it to promote my own business. In one of my many mistakes along this journey, I offered to do a video for my fiance's boss. She works in service and they recently reopened after restrictions, so I was doing a demo for their safety measures in place to reassure customers as they return. I had discussed this with the boss a week and a half before shooting, made contact again the week before shooting, and asked him for his email. Contact up until this point was by text and call, so I could send him a proposed shot, list, and script. I got nothing all weekend from him, and then finally a thumbs up emoji at midnight Sunday. The shoot was Monday morning. So next morning, I sent him the script and short list via text message, then I heard nothing from him until 11:30. I had been in the office since 9 to set up and get establishing shots. He was supposed to be there at 11, he's making excuses, he's running late. Will be another 20 minutes. Now, if I was billing him for this video, I'd be happily counting the time and adding it to the invoice at the end. But no, I was doing this for free, and because I was trying to make a name for myself starting a business, and because he's still my fiance's boss, I just bit my tongue. He showed up then at 12:30 and we spent the first 45 minutes making edits to the script I had tried to send to him on Friday. I got out of there finally at 2:30 for a job I should have left at 12 the latest. And that's not the end. After a day of editing, a draft, a re-edit, he has now casually left me a voicemail saying that he's got some feedback that it's missing something. An additional part of the service they offer, and it would be great if I could come in and record that. He wants me to do another day of free work, half-day record, and half-day edit, and he absolutely expects it for free. He sent me the voice message via WhatsApp so he can see that I've heard it. So far, my only plan is to leave him like that for the evening and reply in the morning, letting him sit with what a ridiculous request that is. I'll get back to him tomorrow and I'll tell him kindly that I'll have to charge for the extra days of work if they really need it. It needs to be mentioned that the video is perfectly fine without it and he didn't notice it was missing until feedback. Obviously, this is hugely complicated by the fact he is still my fiance's boss, but that's the price I pay for my own stupidity. I'll spend the evening thinking of a polite way to say, "Get screwed and pay me." Yeah, I mean, Chief, you kinda did put it on yourself offering free work. But at the same time, I feel like that guy needs to be a little reasonable. Oh, you're doing free work? Alright, I might as well get the most out of it then. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.